Have you ever felt betrayed by your own body? You eat a healthy breakfast of fruit. You snack on fruit during the day. Yet your legs feel weaker, your knees ache, and your feet burn with pain. Here is the secret that nobody tells you. Not all fruits are safe for a body over 60. Today, we are unmasking the 6 fruits that can actually worsen inflammation, trigger gout-like pain, and damage the circulation in your legs. I will explain the science behind why your aging body processes these specific fruits differently, and why the very food you think is helping might be harming you. This isn't about fear. It's about finally getting the right information. Let's begin. Hello and welcome. I am so very glad you're here with me today. I want to start by asking you a question. Have you ever felt betrayed by your own body? You do your best to do everything right. You stay as active as you can. You make an effort to eat healthy, choosing natural foods over processed ones. And at the heart of that healthy effort, for so many of us, is the fruit bowl that sits on our kitchen counter, a vibrant, beautiful symbol of nature's goodness. We've been told our entire lives that fruit is a cornerstone of health. And for the most part, that is true. But what if I told you there is a hidden and deeply important truth that is almost never discussed? What if I told you that for a body over the age of 60, not all fruits are created equal? What if some of the most common, most beloved, and supposedly healthy fruits could be secretly contributing to the very problems you're trying to solve? The weakness in your thighs when you climb the stairs, the painful stiffness in your knees that greets you every morning, the poor circulation that leaves your legs feeling heavy and achy, the sharp, gout-like pain in your feet that can wake you from a deep sleep. This is a very difficult conversation because it challenges a lifetime of belief. But the science is becoming clear. As our bodies age, our metabolism changes. Our ability to handle sugar becomes less efficient, and our systems become more sensitive to inflammation. This means that certain fruits, particularly those that are very high in specific types of sugar and acid, can begin to work against us, quietly sabotaging our leg strength from the inside out. Today, we are going to issue a gentle but urgent alert. We will unmask 6 of these popular fruits. My goal is not to scare you or to tell you that you must give up fruit forever. Not at all. My goal is to empower you with a deeper wisdom to help you understand your body's unique needs right now, so you can make choices that truly support your strength, your mobility, and your independence for all the years to come. Fruit number 1, pineapple, the tropical anti-inflammatory imposter. Let's start with a fruit that is almost universally praised for its health benefits, which is what makes its hidden danger so surprising. Let's talk about pineapple, the good intention. We choose pineapple because we've heard it's a natural anti-inflammatory. It contains a powerful enzyme called bromelain, which has been shown in studies to help with swelling and pain, especially after an injury. So logically, if our legs are swollen and painful, reaching for pineapple seems like a smart, natural choice. The hidden danger. For a sensitive, aging body, the pineapple presents a classic case of the good being outweighed by the bad. The problem is twofold: high sugar and high acid. A single cup of pineapple contains a significant amount of sugar. When you eat it, especially on its own, this sugar hits your bloodstream very quickly, causing a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels. Your body responds by releasing a flood of the hormone insulin to manage this sugar rush. For a body that may already be dealing with some level of insulin resistance, which is very common after 60, these frequent, large surges of insulin are profoundly pro-inflammatory. Think of it this way. The bromelain in the pineapple is like having a small bucket of water to put on a fire. But the sugar rush is like having someone else throw a cup of gasoline on that same fire. The inflammatory effect of the sugar surge can completely overwhelm any anti-inflammatory benefit from the bromelain. This systemic inflammation directly affects your legs. It irritates the delicate lining of your blood vessels, worsening circulation and contributing to that heavy, achy feeling. It also settles in your joints, adding to the pain and stiffness in your knees and ankles. Furthermore, the high acidity of pineapple can be very irritating for seniors who already suffer from arthritis, as an acidic internal environment can exacerbate joint pain. So while you are eating pineapple, hoping to soothe your joints, you may be unknowingly fueling a body-wide fire of inflammation that ultimately makes your legs feel weaker and more painful. Fruit number 2, grapes, the uric acid trigger next. We have one of the easiest and most popular fruits to snack on. They're small, sweet, and you can eat a whole bowl without even thinking about it. Let's talk about grapes. The good intention. We eat grapes because they are packed with antioxidants, like resveratrol, and are considered heart healthy. They feel like a light, harmless, and natural candy. The hidden danger. The secret danger of grapes, especially when eaten in large quantities, is their very high concentration of a specific type of sugar called fructose. Unlike glucose, which can be used by cells all over your body, fructose is processed almost exclusively by your liver. When you eat a large bowl of grapes, you are sending a massive fructose load directly to your liver. If the liver is overwhelmed, it converts this excess fructose into triglycerides, a type of fat, and, most importantly for your legs, into uric acid. Uric acid might sound familiar to anyone who has ever experienced the excruciating pain of gout. Uric acid is a waste product that, in high concentrations, can form tiny, sharp, needle-like crystals. And where do these crystals love to deposit themselves? In the cooler parts of the body, particularly the joints of your feet, your big toe, and your ankles. This buildup of uric acid crystals is what causes the intense, burning, and swelling pain of a gout attack. But you don't need to have full-blown gout to feel the effects. Chronically elevated uric acid from a high fructose diet can lead to a constant, low-grade, burning ache and stiffness in your feet and ankles. It's that nagging, mysterious pain that makes your first steps in the morning so painful. It's the reason your feet might suddenly feel hot and swollen at the end of the day. Because grapes are so small and easy to overindulge in, they are one of the biggest culprits for delivering this massive, uric acid-producing fructose load to your system, quietly inflaming the very foundations of your body. Fruit number 3, bananas, the misunderstood muscle food. Our third fruit is perhaps the most shocking of all, because it is the one we are all told to eat specifically for muscle health. Let's talk about the banana. The good intention. We eat bananas because they are famous for their high potassium content. We're told potassium is essential for preventing muscle cramps and for proper muscle function. If our legs feel weak and crampy, a banana seems like the perfect natural prescription. The hidden danger. This is a classic case of a partial truth, hiding a larger problem. Yes, bananas contain potassium. But a ripe, medium-sized banana also contains a huge amount of sugar and fast-digesting carbohydrates, up to 27 grams of carbs and 14 grams of sugar. For a young athlete who is about to run a race, this is useful, quick-burning fuel. But for a senior with a slower metabolism, this is once again a recipe for a massive blood sugar spike. And as we now know, that blood sugar spike triggers an inflammatory insulin surge that travels throughout your body. So, while the potassium in the banana is trying to help your muscles, the sugar in the banana is creating a body-wide inflammatory response that can make your muscles and joints feel achy and stiff. It's like sending a single helpful plumber into a house while simultaneously setting the house on fire. The net effect is not positive. Furthermore, for some seniors, especially those with any underlying kidney or heart sensitivities, the combination of high sugar and high potassium can also contribute to fluid retention. This can lead to swollen feet and ankles, making your legs feel even more heavy, stiff, and uncomfortable. The very food you are eating to relieve cramps could be contributing to the inflammation and fluid retention that make your legs feel weak and pained in the first place. Fruit number 4, watermelon, the deceptive hydrator. With our fourth fruit, we come to the symbol of summer and hydration. It feels so light, so harmless. It's mostly water after all. Let's talk about watermelon. The good intention. We eat watermelon to stay hydrated. We choose it because it feels light, it's low in calories, and it's refreshing. It seems like the safest, most innocent fruit imaginable. The hidden danger. The secret of watermelon lies in a measure called the glycemic index, GI, which is a ranking of how quickly a food raises your blood sugar levels. Despite being mostly water, watermelon has an incredibly high glycemic index, typically around 72 to 80, which is higher than table sugar. This means that the sugar in watermelon hits your bloodstream with the speed and force of a candy bar. It causes an immediate and powerful blood sugar spike, and you know what comes next, the inflammatory insulin surge. This is the ultimate deception. You are eating something that feels like water, but your bloodstream is reacting as if you just ate a handful of jelly beans. This inflammatory cascade is particularly damaging to the delicate microcirculation in your legs. It can damage the lining of the capillaries that feed your muscles and nerves, leading to poor oxygen delivery and a buildup of metabolic waste. This is what causes that deep, unexplained fatigue in your leg muscles. It's the dull ache that settles in after a short walk. It's the feeling that your legs simply have no stamina. You think you are hydrating your body, but you are actually fueling the inflammatory fire that is draining your legs of their strength and vitality. Fruit number 5, mangoes, the tropical sugar bomb. Our fifth fruit is another tropical delight, beloved for its rich, sweet flavor and creamy texture. Let's talk about the mango. The good intention. We eat mangoes because they are a delicious treat. Packed with vitamin A and vitamin C, they feel like a healthy, natural indulgence. The hidden danger. The mango is perhaps the king of high-sugar fruits. A single medium-sized mango can contain a staggering 45 grams of sugar. This is a massive sugar load for any body, but for a senior's metabolism, it is a metabolic bomb. Consuming this much sugar in one sitting doesn't just cause the inflammatory insulin surge we've discussed. It triggers another, more insidious process called glycation. This is what we discussed in our last video about night snacks. Glycation is what happens when excess sugar molecules in your bloodstream attach themselves to proteins, creating harmful molecules called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs are like sticky, caramelizing agents that damage your body's tissues. They are particularly damaging to the collagen that makes up your joint cartilage, tendons, and the lining of your blood vessels, making them stiff and brittle. They are also known to damage the protective myelin sheath around your nerves. For a senior, especially one with prediabetes or diabetes, this is a recipe for disaster for your legs. The sugar rush fuels body-wide inflammation, while the resulting AGs directly attack the structure of your joints, blood vessels, and nerves. This can accelerate the development of arthritis, worsen circulatory problems, and contribute to the painful tingling and numbness of peripheral neuropathy. It is a full-spectrum assault on your leg strength. Fruit number 6, orange juice, the fiberless imposter. Our final culprit is not a whole fruit, but the form in which so many of us consume our fruit every single morning. Let's talk about orange juice. The good intention. We drink orange juice because we believe it is the very essence of health. We associate it with a wholesome breakfast and a powerful dose of immune boosting. Vitamin C, the hidden danger. When you eat a whole orange, the sugar is packaged with fiber. This fiber is a protective web that slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. When you drink orange juice even 100%, not from concentrate juice, that protective fiber has been completely removed. You are consuming the sugar from 4 or 5 oranges in a matter of seconds. It is a massive, concentrated dose of liquid sugar that hits your system with incredible speed, causing a catastrophic blood sugar spike and a huge inflammatory insulin response. Paired with the fruit's natural acidity, which can be irritating to inflamed joints, you are starting your day by putting your body in an inflammatory state right when your joints are at their stiffest. That healthy glass of orange juice you have with your breakfast could be setting the stage for a day of increased pain, stiffness, and discomfort in your legs. The supportive solution. The path to stronger legs. I know that hearing this can be deeply frustrating, but I want to reassure you, this is not about deprivation. It is about making wise substitutions. The path to stronger legs is paved with fruits that are low in sugar, high in fiber, and packed with anti-inflammatory compounds. Embrace these wonderful alternatives. Berries. Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. These are low sugar, high fiber, and their deep colors come from anthocyanins, which are powerful anti-inflammatory antioxidants. Cherries. Both sweet and tart cherries have been specifically studied for their ability to lower uric acid and reduce the pain of arthritis and gout. Avocado. This is a fruit. It's packed with healthy anti-inflammatory fats, has virtually no sugar, and is an excellent source of potassium for muscle function. Pears. Eaten with the skin on, pears are a wonderful source of fiber, which helps to stabilize blood sugar. By choosing these fruits, you are choosing to calm your system, not to excite it. You are choosing to extinguish the fire of inflammation, not to fuel it. Conclusion. The wisdom of choice. The message today is not that fruit is your enemy. The message is that wisdom is your greatest ally. As our bodies change, our nutritional needs change with them. The sweet, high-sugar fruits that were a wonderful source of quick energy in our youth can become a source of inflammation and pain in our later years. You have the power to change how you feel. You have the power to look at your fruit bowl not with fear, but with a new, more refined understanding. By choosing the low-sugar, high-fiber, anti-inflammatory fruits, you are making a conscious choice to support your body. You are choosing to soothe your joints, to support your circulation, and to build a foundation for strong, stable, and pain-free legs. This is not about a diet. It is an act of profound self-care. If this conversation has given you a new perspective, please hit the like button. It helps this important message reach others. And I would love for you to share your thoughts. In the comments below, which of these fruits were you most surprised to see on this list? Thank you for your time and for your commitment to your own health. Here's to a future with more comfortable, joyful movement. Be well.